Scorpio friends, I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my Scorpio March 2025 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. I'm calling the theme of this month, this mega month, this one of the most intense months of the whole of 2025 for Scorpio, Turning Point in Destiny. And I'll go into all of the details of why there's so much magnitude at this time. This is for you if Scorpio is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Scorpio placement you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And very late degree Scorpio friends, so birthdays like November 15th through the rest of the sign, or 23rd degree Scorpio placements through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Sagittarius report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. So this month on March 13th, March 14th, we've got a lunar eclipse at 23 degrees of Virgo. Eclipses bring karmic changes. They clean the slate. They clear old patterns for the better of karma that you've been working with, or negative patterns you've been working with for this lifetime or even before. Genetic things, genealogical things can be evaporated in moments at eclipse time. And also ways of being that maybe you enjoyed or that you got into a comfort zone with or that you really loved and really appreciated could also end in an instant. It will definitely be the end of an era in many ways for Scorpio. So the first eclipse at 23 degrees of Virgo, and then we've got the second one, the solar eclipse at 9 degrees of Aries, the end of a 2-year cycle starting in early 2023 of the Aries-Libra eclipse cycle is coming to a conclusion. So there's something really radically important about your relationship with yourself and all of your other relationships and how you do relationships that is coming to a final story or a final chapter before you go to the next level of what you're working with. So that's happening this month. Now, of course, also very important to note is that although we're talking about this for March, eclipse energy starts to get really strong 4 to 6, even 8 weeks before the actual eclipses. So in the second half of January, you will have started to get the news that's going to piece together how the changes are going to come. So that storyline has been building. And if you look back, if you're listening to this in March or close to March, you can look back to the seeds that were planted or the stories that came in or the incidences that occurred or the conversations that happened that are now leading to the actual things that are happening right now. And then it will take April, it will still be very strong, and into May. Now you're starting to get into the new norm from the changes that have happened. And this turning point in destiny is going to radically affect your day-to-day experience. While that tendency can be true for all eclipses, for all signs, there's something very specific about this that's extra for Scorpio. The first eclipse at 23 degrees of Virgo, see, Virgo rules what's called the 6th house. And the 6th house is the arena of your day-to-day, your work, your office dynamics, your home systems, your interactions with close family members and friends, the things that you do every day, the way, if you go to yoga, if you go to a coffee shop, like your little neural pathways that have become your normal scene are the 6th house. And so from the global perspective, there's a huge shakeup in this. And we can see that storyline coming in at the end of January, getting stronger in February, now full on in March for everyone. But the place where the solar eclipse in Aries happens for Scorpio is also the 6th house. So you're getting this storyline not just once like everybody else, but you're getting it twice, okay? So this is truly a tipping point, a turning point for destiny for you. And it's the end of an era in many, many, many different ways. And you will see how this will manifest. Now, doors will be closing, but other ones will be opening. And one of the ways that new energy is going to be coming in that will fill the space of things that may have ended is in the energy of the 5th house. The 5th house is the house ruled by Leo, and it is where you have an absolute flood, literally, because it's all water signs, of energy now. Ceres, the sun, Saturn, Mercury, transiting North Node, and Neptune are all in the sign of Pisces, which is your fellow water sign. It's also in your 5th house of Leo. All right, so not only are those water placements making what's called trines, which are the most favorable aspect in all of astrology for Scorpio, bringing a lot of blessings amidst this change, bringing a lot of support, bringing a lot of golden goodies, whilst you're in kind of disarray here. But the things that will wind up filling in are going to have a lot of basis in this Leo energy where this water energy is now. So that is romance, dating, your current partnership, all your romantic relationships, anything having to do with children, having children, child rearing, your relationships with your children, your creativity, music and fashion and hidden talents and known talents and your hobbies and the things that you've always wanted to do and the things that you're doing that you love, your pleasure, your fun. All of those energies are going to be coming front and center from this just extreme focus in that fifth house while these eclipses are taking shape. And plus, as those energies move on from Pisces, the Sun, Mercury, are going to join Venus and Chiron and Eris in the energy of Aries. Now, Chiron and Eris are in Aries for a long time, but the other placements, the Sun and Mercury and Venus, and actually soon to be Neptune, these are new energies that are coming in Aries. And this has to do with yourself, your individuality, your autonomy, what is good for you, how you can figure out what you need amidst your relationships. So, there's some sort of conclusion, some sort of new chapter that is occurring here, and you are going to see that. And, there's a lot of this karmic, this feeling of fate, this feeling of destiny happening at this time because the eclipses have to do with your karma, what you came in with for better or worse, and your dharma, where you're going and where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Now, feeding into this story is that Jupiter recently woke up in February, and all of the progress that was being made in your 8th house, the house of Scorpio, the house of other people's money, shared money, collaboration, spousal relationships and finances, the world of mystery, the world of psychology, the world of spirituality, all of these sectors of your life that may have kind of gone inward and backward since September, October, that time frame, have now woken up. And you will see a lot of the energy fill in there as well. So, as things are being removed from your normal day-to-day experience, other things are going to be filled in. You will be very receptive to other people's support. Money from other people may fall into your lap. Inheritances, lotto, winnings. When I've had Jupiter transits through my 8th house, I've just straight up found money. I've won stuff. I've seen many, many other people do the same. So, you will see that happening, and that will fill in space that was opened up by the changes that are happening right now. Something else that is very new is that Mars finally went direct. Mars is your co-ruler, so there's a special association here for you. It's been making most of its journey through fellow water sign Cancer. So this has been, giving you a chance to go back over things with home and family and housing. It's been very, very current since September, because even when Mars popped into Leo, it was never far enough away from Cancer to not also be influencing there. So you've had a long time of things kind of moving slowly and going back into stuff with your family, your home and your housing and real estate matters. And now as Mars is just recently, a week before March 1st here, February 23rd, going direct, you will see more things that were sleeping start to wake up, and these things will also start to fill the space of the changes that were made. Now, specifically that March 13th, March 14th eclipse for Scorpios, this is happening for you in your 11th house, which is your house of your place out in the world, your place in groups, your place on a team, your place contributing the things that you do to a greater cause or to a bigger a bigger way of doing things, community-based things, online communities, in person, friendships and friendship circles. So you may be seeing something ending there, something new beginning there, changes happening. This turning point in destiny may come through networking, may come through invitation from friends or acquaintances. So be on the lookout, throughout this eclipse season for the things that people offer you that may give you this radical step onto your highest path of destiny. Many Scorpios are still trying to get situated from what happened from Pluto moving into, teeter-tottering for years, recent years, on your 4th house cusp. and bringing birth and death and transformation and rebirth to your home and family. So, this story of home and family has been not only deepened since last September or so, but also has been a multiple year storyline for Scorpio. And this story of who you are in the world and your work and your home and how to navigate both has really, really, really been coming up for you. And so now new chapters are being opened with where that direction is going. And it may be a relief in some ways because of the confusion of not knowing what you're supposed to do, and there may be new actual work that you have to do, which you may welcome because at least it's direction. And that's something that you will notice this month is that there will be more direction. We've had this sort of directionless, ambiguous, going backwards, retrograde storyline for all of this time, from Mars being retrograde, Jupiter being retrograde, and now things are starting to wake up. Now, at the same time as all of this is happening, the one factor that's starting to go to sleep more is Venus. March 1st, Venus goes into retrograde. So there is still this element of going back over things, being the earthworm. But you will see, if you're paying attention, and now that you know this, you will see certain things in your life start to go sleepy time and certain things in your life start to wake up. And as long as you align your efforts with rallying behind the things that are waking up and not trying to stop the things going sleepy time from going sleepy time, then you can align with the natural rhythms of the universe, which is the basis of my work. These are unconscious factors that are directing your life. And the more they become conscious and you can use them on purpose, the more your life can be easier because you understand what's going on and it helps you to not have resistance in areas that will cause you problems. I have so many resources on Venus retrograde. I can't go into anywhere near what you need to know about Venus retrograde, but some important points to keep with you at this time. Venus rules love and relationships and money and finance and design and your personal appearance. And it's in general, it's a better time for experimentation than it is for doing something permanent. A henna tattoo instead of a real one, where you might want to get one and then you can see how you like it, see if it's put in the right place, see if how the design, you see, think that kind of thing. Think interim job or interim business or short-term gig to hold the space while you find something else. Think, going back over relationship stuff before making a final decision on it. Think promos, things that are short term. And in general, it's completely fine to start something new in anything Venus ruled during Venus retrograde, as long as it honors some rules. And I've got these rules scattered throughout if you just look for Annie Botticelli Venus retrograde, you'll find a lot of stuff. I also have a lot of stuff about it in my book, Planetology, how to align with the natural rhythms of the universe. But a couple of things to know. If it's low stakes, low risk, high possibilities, that's a great thing to do. It's just not a time to, bet high in a way that you could lose big. It's a fantastic time for bargain hunting, unfortunately, because people are not going to be seeing clearly about money and they may be giving away things of value. So your goal is to not be that person giving away something of value, whether it's your relationship or an item that has material value. There are going to be people who don't know about what's going on, who are just going to be, for one reason or another, desperation, fear, overwhelm, giving away things of value. So your goal is don't give away anything of value at this time, but you can look for and find things of value. And, you can enjoy the benefits of something like that. You may get a good sale on something, you may get a good deal on something, things like that. Okay. Speaking of a good deal, I have an epic set of promos where when you register for my astrology certification course, which will teach you how to read charts for yourself, your friends, your family, and if you want to earn money doing it, I can teach you how in this course as well. When you register for this course, you get all of the other paid courses in my school for free. So that's like $1,100 worth of freebies when you register for this course. And I have a new never been done before promo called the Celestial Mindscapes, which are very specialized frequencies to help you harmonize all of the celestial aspects within yourself and line up with synchronicity and self-discovery and soul fulfillment. So you can see all of that at beastropro.com, beastropro.com. And if you want to get my content early, go to anniehelpsyou.com and sign up for my newsletter. Also, if you want to not miss anything I post, I'm posting weeklies and monthly zodiac for each sign and full moon and new moon, and YouTube is not notifying you every time I post. So if you want to not miss everything or anything, sign up at anyhelpsyou.com, and you also get my resource, retrograde resource page and my eclipse resource page, which will give you more information on your specific placements of how you can, work with the energies that are happening. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month, or I'll see you next week. Okay, bye for now.